How's it going, friends? My name is Kate Watson and I'm back with a new video. In this video, I'm going to review a book called The Magician's Nephew, which is also the first book of the Chronicles of Narnia. So let us start. As we all know that the writer of the series is C.S. Lewis, who was a British writer. He held academic positions in English literature at both Oxford University and Cambridge University. He is best known for his works of fiction, especially the Screwtape Letters, the Chronicles of Narnia, and the Space Trilogy. For his non-fiction Christian apologetics such as Mere Christianity, Miracles, and The Problem of Pain. The Magician's Nephew is a high fantasy novel published in 1955 by The Bodley Head. It is the sixth published of the 7 novels in the Chronicles of Narnia. Professor Lewis wanted it to be the first book of the series. Like the others, it was illustrated by Pauline Baynes, whose work has been retained in many later editions. Lewis began writing The Magician's Nephew just after completing The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, spurred by a friend's question about the lamppost in the middle of nowhere, though it took more than 5 years to complete the book. The story begins in London during the summer of 1900. Two children, Diggory and Polly, meet while playing in the adjacent gardens of a row of terraced houses. They decide to explore the attic connecting the houses, but take the wrong door and surprise Diggory's Uncle Andrew in his studies. Uncle Andrew tricks Polly into touching a yellow magic ring, causing her to vanish. Then he explains to Diggory that he has been dabbling in magic and that the rings allow travel between one world and another. He blackmails Diggory into taking another yellow ring to follow wherever Polly has gone and 2 green rings so that they both can return. Diggory finds himself transported to sleepy woodland with an almost narcotic effect. The woodland is filled with pools. Diggory and Polly surmise that the wood is not really a proper world at all, but a wood between the worlds, similar to the attic that links their row houses back in England, and that each pool leads to a separate universe. They decide to explore a different world before returning to England and jump into one of the nearby pools. They then find themselves in a desolate, abandoned city of the ancient world of Charn. Inside the ruined palace, they discover statues of Charn's former kings and queens, which degenerate from the fair and wise to the unhappy and cruel. They find a bell with a hammer and an inscription inviting the finder to strike the bell. Despite protests from Polly, Diggory rings the bell. This awakens the last of the statues, a witch queen named Jadis, who, to avoid defeat in battle, had deliberately killed every living thing in Charn by speaking the deplorable word. As the only survivor left in her world, she placed herself in an enchanted sleep that would only be broken by someone ringing the bell. The children recognize Jadis as evil and attempt to flee, but she follows them back to England by clinging to them as they clutch their rings. In England, she discovers that her magical powers do not work, although she retains her superhuman strength. Dismissing Uncle Andrew as a poor magician, she enslaves him and orders him to fetch her a chariot so she can set about conquering Earth. They leave and she attracts attention by robbing a jewelry store in London. The police chase after her cab until she crashes at the foot of the Kirky house. Jadis breaks off and tears an iron rod from a nearby lamppost, using it to fight off police and onlookers. Polly and Diggory grab her and put on their rings to take her out of their world, along with Uncle Andrew, Frank the cab driver, and Frank's horse Strawberry, who were all touching each other when the children grabbed their rings. In the wood between the worlds, Strawberry, looking to drink from one of the ponds, accidentally brings everyone into another world, a dark, empty void. At first, Diggory believes it to be Charn, but Jadis recognized it as a world not yet created. They then all witness the creation of a new world by the lion Aslan, who brings stars, plants, and animals into existence as he sings. Jad is as terrified by his singing as the others are attracted to it, tries to kill Aslan with the iron rod, but it rebounds harmlessly off him, and in the creative soil of the new world, it sprouts into a growing lamppost. Jadis flees in terror. Aslan gives some animals the power of speech, commanding them to use it for justice and merriment, or else risk becoming a regular animal once again. Aslan confronts Diggory with his responsibility for bringing Jadis into his young world and tells Diggory he must atone by helping to protect the new land of Narnia from her evil. Aslan transforms the cabbie's horse into a winged horse called Fledge, and Diggory and Polly fly on him to a distant garden high in the mountains. Diggory's task is to take an apple from a tree in this garden and plant it in Narnia. At the garden, Diggory finds a sign warning not to steal from the garden. Diggory picks one of the apples for his mission, but their overpowering smell tempts him. Jadis appears, having herself eaten an apple to become immortal, leaving her with pale white skin. She tempts Diggory either to eat an apple for himself and join her in immortality, or steal one to take back to Earth to heal his dying mother. Diggory resists, knowing that his mother would never condone theft. He sees through the witch's ploy when she suggests to leave Polly behind, not knowing Polly can get away by her own ring. Foiled, the witch departs for the north and taunts Diggory for his refusal to eat the apple and gain immortality. Diggory returns to Narnia and plants the apple, which grows into a mature tree behind them while the coronation proceeds. Aslan tells Diggory how the tree works. Anyone who steals the apple gets their heart's desire, but in a form that makes it unlikable. In the witch's case, she has achieved immortality, but it only means eternal misery because of her evil heart. Moreover, the magic apples are now a horror to her, such that the apple tree will repel her for centuries to come, but not forever. With Aslan's permission, Diggory then takes an apple from the new tree to heal his mother. Aslan returns Diggory, Polly, and Uncle Andrew to England. Frank and his wife Helen, transported from England by Aslan, stay to rule Narnia as its first king and queen. The Narnian creature live in peace and joy, and neither the witch nor any other enemy came to trouble Narnia for many hundred years. Diggory's apple restores his mother's health as his father returns for good after being away on business in India, and he and Polly remain lifelong friends. Uncle Andrew reforms and gives up magic, but still enjoys bragging about his adventures with the witch. Diggory plants the apple's core with Uncle Andrew's rings in the backyard of his aunt's home in London, and it grows into a large tree. Soon afterwards, Diggory's family inherits a mansion in the country, and many years later, the apple tree blows down in a storm. Diggory, now a middle aged professor, has its wood made into a wardrobe, setting up the events in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now, this is all about the book. Hope you like and read the book, and thank you for watching.